If your network is poor, you're the next in line to be poor. Now, poor, I mean not necessarily
Financially.
or mentally. Nobody is an island. Every visionary or every high achiever knows that people are very important in their vision, in their lives, in their businesses. The motive is the first to know why you want to network, because it comes with its own ups and downs. If your motive is right, then your network can easily flow. You can attain any goal or any dream without a stable mind, without emotional stability. If you're working or networking with someone who traumatizes you, that means you lack discipline to disconnect.
Networking is considered critical in our everyday life, in business and in career. And of course, there are rudiments of networking. And why are they very important in your business, in your career, and in your life as a person? Welcome to Wisdom Edge, a platform where we press in and gain access into insights and wisdom and knowledge for positive living and profitable living. I am Oziri Gospel, your host today, and in today's episode, we will be dealing on maximizing your network for career growth and business success. And today, we have with us someone that has been here before and we are thrilled to have him again. We have with us Mr. Chinonso Precious. He is a mindset coach and a business consultant. It's good to have you, Mr. Chinonso.
Thank you so much.
How has it been so far?
Thank you, it's been great. Thank God, everything has been moving well. Thank you.
Okay, we are talking about maximizing your network for career growth and business success. Why is networking so important? First of all, what is networking and why is it so important when it has to do with career growth and business success?
Okay, thank you for the question. Networking could be said to be an act of building either professional relationship with people or personal relationship with people generally. It's the act of socializing, right? Where you put in your social skills into the society to fit in, to benefit, to share, to impart, and to generally associate, right? So for me, network is all about building a group of interaction and networks, friendship, relationship with other people.
So why is it so important in both the career world and the corporate business world? In fact, even in the church, why is networking that important? Do we even need it?
Yes, networking is very important. Like I said, it's building relationship and interaction with other people, because it will help you both personally and professionally, because I believe that no man is an island. You are not created to be alone, neither are you created to do business alone. So your business and yourself, you need people, and every business needs people to grow.
Right.
Just like everyone needs a friend to grow. The same way we have friends that influences us negatively, we also need friends that influences us positively. The same way it is in business. So it's quite important because it will help your business grow. It will help your personal life. Because if you don't know how to network, I wonder how you'll be able to, talk to your children, talk to your partner or your wife, talk to your colleagues, talk to, go out there, bid for jobs or bid for contract.
Yeah.
It's all function of socialization. So it helps you in every aspect of life, both in ministry as well. It helps you win souls. It helps you, build your membership capacity. So the same way people build businesses and build people, the same way it is for churches and personal life.
Okay, can we say, drawing from example from our Master Jesus, selecting strategically his disciples, was that a part of networking? Getting them from their various fields of experience and bringing them together? Was that, can we classify that as networking as well?
Yes, it is, because like I said, nobody is an island. Jesus was a very strategic man that worked with wisdom, and by selecting 12 disciples because of vision. So every visionary or every high achiever knows that people are very important in their vision, in their lives, in their businesses. So you can see the impact Jesus made just by selecting 12 disciples. And when he's no more, he's still available because of networking.
Okay.
He's no more, but he's still present. Why? Because of the network he built, network of people who kept on sharing the same value that he was sharing. Salvation, freedom, health, life, prosperity, growth, everything. We are still sharing that same dream that he had. So the same way when you build network, people can also help you to share your business, network, build contacts, grow your business, even your personal life. So it's very, very important. Jesus Christ was a master.
He was.
Yes, he was.
he paved the way for us.
Absolutely.
And here we are today networking.
Yeah.
We can draw insights from our father in the Lord, Dr. Pastor Paul Enenche, who has built so much a strong networking around ministers and fathers in the faith. And today we enjoy the dividends of that networking. However, I believe there are strategies that Jesus applied. There are strategies that some of these are fathers in business, in ministry, in their career. There are these strategies, they put in place A to B, 1 to 2, and they achieved what they are achieving today. So can we, lay hold of some of these insights, some of these strategies rather?
Okay, I think one of the key first strategies was to develop himself. Like I said, he discovered the vision. He discovered himself. He discovered who he was. He discovered who he is. He discovered who he is going to be.
Okay.
Now, 3 things are involved: himself, who he was, and who he's going to be. So from the future he discovered, and it's a plan of moving forward. Knowing that moving forward you need people. So he discovered, then begin to look for people who will also believe in what he discovered. Very important. That's why he chose just 12 disciples, because not everybody will believe what you believe in.
Okay.
Not everybody will believe in your vision. So the reason why you're doing network or you're not talking, not everybody will follow you. So it's key to identify who you will network with. Very important. Now there are also different levels of networking: professional, socialization, relationship. Depends on what you are looking for or why you want to network. So it's very key to discover that your motive is the first, to know why you want to network. because it comes with its own ups and downs. So if your motive is right, then your network can easily flow. Even when it does not flow, you can also. Now, isn't Jesus Christ as an example? Remember, he picked one of the disciples, the person that killed him. He single-handedly picked who killed him or who betrayed him. Now, because it was meant to happen.
Okay.
So, another key thing is you can pick anyone, right, in your network, and just know that anything can happen.
Oh.
You said that you're growing or you're coming down.
Which leaves you with the option of deciding to disconnect from whatever. The point is, sometimes having built this network, having built your networking, it has gone so broad. You find it so difficult to disconnect. You know that this business networking that you have is not the right one for you at the moment. The fear of disconnecting and starting afresh has made a lot of persons to continue with that network. Can you give us maybe just one reason why it is important to disconnect and reconnect with another networking?
Okay, so it's not easy to build something. So that's why people hardly build something. It's difficult, but it lasts. So sometimes psychologically, when you've seen how far you've built your network, and you'll be like, so should I let this just go like that?
Just go like that.
Because of that, let me just keep the person. Right. Now, I think discipline is one of the key. Discipline.
Okay.
Right? When you know the amount of vision you have, when you know the level of vision you have, it will help you to decide, discipline yourself, the kind of network you will disconnect with. So sometimes when people are visionless, they just keep everybody because you're visionless. So your vision is coming from the fact that you have people around you. So you feel comfortable because you have people around you. However, they're not benefiting you. But it's just because you're visionless. You don't have goals. So when you have these goals, you have vision, you know that discipline is one of the key strategies to build and to disconnect so that you can attain your vision.
Well, disconnect and build. Has it ever happened to you?
Yes, sure.
Give us the experience.
Sure. I had someone I was working with back then in Lagos. So we entered into a business partnership because of the network. So as time goes on, I was supposed to be paid a particular amount of money, and it wasn't forthcoming. I had to disconnect because it was affecting my mental health.
Wow.
Yes, I was being used, right? I was being abused. I wouldn't want to remain where my mental health is not okay. So the only thing I have to do for me to attain my goals in life or attain my vision in life is to disconnect. Because you can't attain any goal or any dream without a stable mind, without emotional stability. So if you're working or networking with someone who traumatizes you, then that means you lack discipline to disconnect. Yeah. So one of the key ways of how I worked on my disconnection with some of my networks is discipline. Okay. I told myself the truth. I have to go. It doesn't make me a bad person. Perhaps it doesn't also make them a bad person.
Yeah.
It is just the wrong network or wrong business that went bad. So I have to dust my shoes and move on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a huge one. And I believe it has happened to a lot of persons out there, and they may be thinking, if I had known some of these errors, some of these mistakes, I wouldn't have networked with this person. So if you can you just let us know some of the errors, some of the mistakes one can have while trying to build this networking, and how you can avoid these mistakes? If they are avoidable, how can you avoid them?
Another thing that makes people to avoid mistakes or fall into networking mistakes is people who have not gotten the right perspective, the right motive of why they should network. And also a function of low self-esteem.
Okay.
Yeah, people who don't have self-worth. They think that self-worth is a function of having everybody around them. Like, they cannot be alone, or they are scared of being alone. So for that reason, they will just gather the whole multitude or gather the crowd, pack people all over their life. Meanwhile, with no value. So having the right perspective, knowing why you want to network is the key. Then building yourself up so you can be able to have the right network that is worthwhile is another thing. So it can happen to anybody, anytime, anywhere, right? Depending on what the person is looking out to achieve. So it's not about having friends.
Okay.
Because when you have friends, when you have a group of network, it determines your net worth. Right? So if you have, for example, Dangote as a friend, you know what that means. If you have Dr. Pastor Paul Eneje as a good network, you know what that means.
That's right.
You can always call on the phone when you need some higher level of prayers, when you need some counsel, when you need some. So you can always reach out to those people because you've built a network. So, same way, imagine the only way you can network with a madman is if you are mad.
Whoa.
This is both of you.
The bomb.
Both of you will just be best friends because both of you are mad.
I will never associate with such a person.
Seriously. So that's how it is. So if your network is poor, you're the next in line.
Oh.
To be poor. Now, poor, I mean not necessarily financially. Or mentally. So if you are dominating with those wrong people, yeah, it shows you are wrong too. It shows there's something wrong with you. Because if you're okay, you look for the higher networks. You fight, you go there. You know what it is to build high network profile. You work yourself to that point. If not, you remain where you are.
Over the years, we've had people who would say, I have all it takes to network. I have all it takes to build my career. I have all it takes to have success in my business. But I don't think networking is my thing because I'm an introvert.
Nice.
So nice.
Introvert. Let me clap for you.
So, what is the deliverance? How can we pull out as a mindset coach now? How can we deliver these introverts from this mindset of I can't network because I'm an introvert?
Okay. Do you know actually everyone is an introvert?
Oh.
Everyone is an introvert. You have a bit of introvert in you.
Okay.
Every individual has a bit of introvert and extrovert in them. The only difference is the one that is dominating.
Okay.
The dominating personality is where the thing is. So over time, when you know that you have a big goal, you have a big dream, your mind tells you that you have a big dream, and you know the process to get that goal. achieved. You know that one of them is networking. But you're allowing your introvert nature to dominate you from achieving your goal. Is to kill your flesh. You know that thing that is in the Bible that I die daily. He's killing that introvert level. Like I die daily, I kill my flesh. People see that scripture sometimes like it's the negative side of maybe sin and that. You to get where you want to get to, you will sacrifice something. You sacrifice your flesh, sacrifice yourself. An introvert does not pay bills.
No.
Introvertness does not make it. It can be at the top with that introvertness or introvert nature. Now, if you want to be at the top, you know that you have to remove this part of you to get to where you want to get to. So it's a sacrifice. And one of the ways to do such things is to self-talk. Most of the time, self-talk to yourself. If there's, for example, as an introvert, you don't have anyone yet who will be talking to you. Start talking to yourself.
Is that an insanity?
Start talking to yourself. Talking to yourself. I can make it. I can do this. I can go. It's like self-help. I can network. I can talk to people. I can do this. Then start developing yourself in terms of mental capacity. Build your mental capacity by starting to read books at least. Start reading books. Start watching some interesting movies that will teach you, give you that boldness. Right. So the difference, the greatest achievement a child of God has is the spirit of boldness. With boldness, they shared the word of God, and we are added unto them. How many thousand? Boldness gives you that to want to speak or to want to go out there and make things happen. Then the result can come.
That's right.
But you cannot stay inside and get all that results. Right? So, I think one of the key ways is to help yourself, talk to yourself. Let's assume that you don't have anybody who's talking to you, just talk to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, how handsome you look. Because most of the people who succeed sometimes are not the most handsome, not the most beautiful.
Okay.
It's the ones who have the boldness, the courage to go out there and share value. Value. If you know you have value, you will share value.
Wow.
But if you think you don't have value, you'll be an introvert and you remain there and be depressed.
So can we now say that we don't have introverts who are successful in life, or in business or ministry or something?
Success. Remember, I can define success in two ways.
Okay.
Success, peace of mind. You're content. You're content with where you are, what you have. Success. You have peace of mind. Then too, you have just one testimonial. You have one life you have imparted. I don't mean billions, just one life you have imparted.
Okay.
For me, I define success too in that note. Then those things other things can come later. Right? So if someone is comfortable with themselves, the fact that depending on the kind of business you're doing, the kind of stuff you're doing, there's some that require people. So sometimes you have to go out there and make it happen. Some businesses don't require people.
That's right.
Right? Like IT. You can be in your house and make millions.
That's true.
You don't need to go out there. So that is one thing about people who are successful being introverts, because of the kind of business they are doing, because of the kind of job they are doing, they are good to go. But people who want to make it down there, you need to hold mic. Martin Luther King, you need to hold mic and make that impact. So you need to come out of that shelf and make things happen for yourself.
Okay, so to maintain positively, to maintain your relationship in a positive way with this networking, and also move you to the next level of life is how now do you, over the years, you've had a networking over the years. What's the necessity to maintain this relationship in your networking?
Okay. It doesn't cost much. Remember, last time I talked about personal branding. Last time, you are like a value. You know your self-worth. You know you're like a price tag. Some people don't need to do much to maintain relationship. For example, I tell people in a relationship matters. You build relationship through friendship. You don't build friendship through relationship. So you see people becoming friends. From friends, they fell in love. They have had relationship. They have built relationship through friendship. But when you start a relationship, before you know, when you guys quarrel, you guys become friends. And that friendship will not be strong enough. Right? So the same way it is in networking, it's like we are friends. I don't need to do much to keep you as a friend.
Okay.
Nothing much. I don't need to call you every day to keep you as a friend. In fact, according to research, the best friends are not the ones that talk every day. That's what they don't. Not the ones that talk every day, but the ones that are connected. So it is not proximity, how close we are in the networking, but how connected we are is what matters. That any day we see, anytime we see, anytime I call you, the network is there. That's why it's called network.
Okay.
Because there's a connection. If there's no connection, there won't be network. So the networking is a function of connection. If Dangote is my friend, I have his contact. Whenever I call him, either he picks it or maybe he'll call me back later. Even if he didn't pick, I won't get angry with him. I'm like, oh, maybe he's busy. We are friends. I can call back again. I can call back anytime I like. I don't need to judge him that he didn't pick my call.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember, it's not how consistent you guys are, but how connected you guys are. It's just networking. So people might have the wrong mindset about networking, that you must be talking to the person every day. It's not your wife, it's not your husband. Even husbands and wives, sometimes, some days, they want to be alone. They don't want to connect. Are you okay? Nah, I don't want to connect. Let me just stay.
That's that introvert nature. It has come to play. You just have to be on your own.
Yes, it doesn't mean that the person is bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean. We're all working. We're all energy. We're all connected to something. So if you're not connecting, that means the friendship might not be there. The network might not be there because we are not connecting.
Okay.
So nothing much to do to maintain connection. It's just friendship. Unless you're in the wrong network or you're connecting with the wrong people that expect too much from you. The right network does not expect anything. The right network does not give anything. They are just there, knowing that either in a business partner or anytime you call, business has come, or anytime you call, you're meeting up, you're hanging out, you're doing something. So there's no, because there's already a connection. Anytime you call, there's already a connection. So no running around, no trying to please anybody or doing more than you can do. So in fact, anyone you're doing too much, any connecting you are connecting too much, most of the time it doesn't last. It's not your own. You put you under pressure. And you can't be networking with somebody and you're under pressure. You're trying to please them. At the time, you get tired because human beings are not meant to be pleased.
Okay, so before we let you go, let's just get this example where possibly. Okay, let me put it this way. How would you feel when you get disconnected from someone and it is being misunderstood and misinterpreted? How would you feel? Would you throw stones? Would you be the first to cast a stone?
Well, several times I have disconnected with people and still connected back.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I want to make sure that I add value to myself.
Okay.
Because adding value to yourself makes you not to panic when you're losing some networks. I believe personally that I never lose anything good. Anything I lose is not good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's another level of spirituality. Nothing lost. Like anything that has left you, any network that has left you, is not a network unless your conscience will tell you that it is you who disconnected.
I get it.
You understand? Hey. So when people are trying to put you through pressure, that's when you know there's something wrong somewhere. Right? But when everybody's good, it's fine. So, however, on a normal human being, I will feel bad. I lost my network or business or friendship. However, I lost it. You feel bad, but you still have to move on.
Yeah.
You have to build other connections. Right? So, that's what I think.
So when misunderstood or misinterpreted, what do you mean?
I think the last time I said you have to be ready to accept criticism. Yes, not everybody will understand you. Not everybody will accept you. Some will reject you, and it doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes the fault is not from you; it's from them. So rejection is inevitable in networking.
But you choose not to be rejected, just like you choose not to lose anything good.
Seriously.
Okay, we have a set of persons who would want to start up a networking system, but they feel they cannot because they don't have an existing network. So they just stay. Whatever comes. They say, what's gonna be is gonna be. Whereas it's wrong. Okay, so what do you have to say to such set of persons?
I think that if you know yourself, you've discovered yourself, you will know the right network. Okay, let's assume you don't know the right network. I cannot even assume that you don't know the right. How? Like, I cannot even assume that somebody doesn't know the right network. It's weird. But however, what do you want to achieve? Okay. What are your goals, first of all? Where do you want to get to? What do you want to do? One. Then, how will you get there? When will you get there? It will now give you an open mind of who and who will help you to attain that goal or achieve that goal. Start beginning to think. For example, I want to make money in 2025. What do I need to know? The first thing you need to know is you need to know how money works. Okay. You need to know how money works. Because let's assume the person has not made money before. So you need to know how money works. How do you know how money works? Either you go to true study to know how money works, or you look for someone who already has money, who's wealthy, genuinely. Make them a friend, network with them. You have to be honest with yourself. Like, this is the level I want to get to. I don't have this thing, I need to get to that other place. I need to start looking for who to help me to get to that point. I have people who have several times booked me for coaching sections. And I tell them, for you to do this, you are very honest. For you to do this, in fact, you have succeeded already. Because it shows action, like it shows faith. You believe in me. You believe that if you have a coaching section or a training section, you will get results.
Yeah.
That is the halfway of getting what you want. So if you feel that you're not good at finding network yourself, then you need to work with people who has already built network.
That's right.
You understand? You have to work with people who have already built networks. Leverage on your friends. Leverage on social media. You can build network through social media even without you, before you see the person physically. You can build network through social media, build network through your church, through your environment, your street. Like sometimes in my street when I'm coming back.
Okay.
You know, Because I believe that I don't know where I'll meet them tomorrow. I don't know who will ask them about me tomorrow. So I have to know that I have to be of good behavior. That is also a function of building network. So when people are coming to meet you, they will know that you have character. You have already built yourself not to misbehave by building network. So sometimes what people think is building network is not network. They are just frustrated, looking for who to talk to because they are bored or they are lonely. So they think it's network.
No.
Going up and down, drinking, doing no manner of behavior because they think it's network. That is not network. They lack self-discipline. Instead of network building you, network is destroying you. It's not supposed to be that way. So discipline yourself that I want to build network because of what I want to achieve, because of the level of where I want to get to. Not because you're lonely, not because you're bored. You build the wrong network of people who abuse lonely people. Because sometimes this will know why you're building network.
Okay.
Real networkers, real people that knows why you want them. They know why you want to make them your network.
Okay.
They know. So if you have a wrong motive, they'll know. If you have right motive, they know.
Okay. Can you share with us one or two, do we say crazy moves or moves by faith in order to build your network, and how did that move turn out to be? Did it take you to another level?
Oh yes, 2018, I wanted to work with Dangote. So I had a friend who was working in Dangote's refinery. So I passed through her into getting into Dangote's refinery. When I got there, I was introduced to the manager. So I met the manager and I said I wanted to get to Dangote. Like I want to work with Dangote in terms of training.
Okay.
He said he liked my boldness. So we not only closed that deal, we had other deals. Yes. Because my goal was to enter that refinery. So I went ahead to build that network with that my friend. From that my friend, I was able to get access.
Wow, that's great.
So like I said, depending on the kind of goals, the kind of dreams and vision that you have will determine the kind of or the level of risk you will take to build some certain kind of network. I think that's one of the great moves to build some network.
Wow, this is a great one. I don't know when next we'll have you here. I don't know when next we'll have you. Your schedule is quite tight, but thank you so much for being here today, irrespective of your tight schedule. Thank you so much. And thank you also for tuning in. We are so excited to have you here today on this episode. And we believe that you've been able to gather some experience on how to maximize your networking and grow in your career and succeed in your business, in your ministry, in your life entirely. We'll be glad to have you again in our next episode. But before we leave, please, you do us a favor by commenting. If you have a question you want to gain some answers for, please drop your questions on the comment section, and definitely your questions will be answered. Please do like and share this podcast, and we'll meet with you again. Remember, wisdom is the principal thing, and in all you're getting, just get wisdom.